Hey guys, welcome to Political Perch. I'm Ashton,
And I'm Andy.
and we are here to give our reactions to Iowa. Yes, a little bit late, but like the results, we're coming in hot. So,
Already starting off with some bad puns today. We know how good this episode's gonna be.
hey, I can't help it. It's hard to deny making fun of the Iowa Democratic Party.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, we happen to both be independents. So, if you're looking for a very, very liberal point of view or a very, very conservative point of view,
Turn this video off now.
yeah, it's just turn it off because that's not us. But
Nope.
we're going to try to give our honest opinions and honest
Mm-hmm.
analysis. I've been very political since 2008, and I like to think I know a little bit. I'm not an expert, and trust me, I'm probably better than a lot of the pundits on news, because even they have less information and knowledge than me, which is sad. But uh, move past that, and let's get into the news. Obviously, um, Iowa was a, how would you call that, Andy?
The best thing that could happen to Trump, if you're a Trump supporter, but probably a bad thing, a really bad thing for the Democratic Party, just looking like fools after the whole mess up. First ever, not first ever, but first caucus primary of the season of the election, and they already mess up. It's just not good. Not good for them.
I mean, I'll disagree with that a little. I feel like in the grand scheme of things, a coworker said this to me too. He's like, "Oh, it makes them look bad. It plays on Trump." To me, no one's gonna care about it in 2 weeks. Like, the Super Bowl seems like it was just like 2 years ago, and so much has happened,
Mm-hmm.
and people aren't gonna really care. But the question is, did it look terrible? Yeah. Do you think Iowa loses its first place in the nation status as a caucus?
It was really bad this year, but I don't think it's going to lose its first place in this status yet.
You think
It's going to be the same next
either
year.
Republicans or Democrats? Well, 4 years from now.
4 years.
But
Yeah.
do you think Democrats or Republicans gonna kind of give them another crack at the nut?
Especially when the nut, proverbial nut that you speak of is going to be um, could possibly be a brand new president for the first time. I don't know if they're going to trust him again.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I think that
it can't be
I don't know.
primary that goes ahead of them because by a lot of people don't know this, but New Hampshire literally has a state law saying we're going to be the first primary. That's the very sorry new. If you're from New
what a law
Hampshire,
that they have.
it's a little petty, like, but I get it. I get it. You're a special place. You guys are very independent minded. So moving on, the I especially for Democrats, I do get the criticism of Ira like that. Why is it the first primary when it's not reflective of the party, when it's very quirky, and especially when the state Democratic Party literally can't run a Burger King, let alone a caucus. So, at least in my opinion, I like the idea. A pundit said that they should give the caucus over to the actual federal party.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if the Democratic Party itself runs it, then that wouldn't be. That maybe they would do better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, let's talk about the actual results.
Which ones?
You,
All the different varieties they want to tell us
yes,
of who won or not.
yeah. If you want to go off election night, everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner.
I mean, watching those speeches, I was like, wow, man, it must feel good to be in fourth and fifth place this night
Yeah.
because you get to sound like you win it and no one can really call you out on it.
So congratulations to Amy Klobuchar for getting the win.
Klobuchar. Klobuchar.
I mean, come on, she finished fourth place, fifth place now.
Fifth place.
It's not going to be good for any of her supporters.
Yeah, but she had a great debate last night, so that's good.
Debates are important, but they're not everything. They're not be all.
I know.
You know, a lot of people don't watch the debates, so
but Pete is the big surprise winner.
Mm-hmm.
I think both me and you said we thought he was gonna win it.
Yeah, we saw the momentum coming behind Pete. He has had some problems with just the Democratic Party trying to spin him being this guy, with taking donations from big time groups and having private parties or whatever you would call it, fundraisers.
And the African American police issues in his town.
But he just rode that momentum, kind of silenced them, and got the win. Even though it was a very, very, very close, narrow win against Bernie Sanders, he did get the win there.
I actually said he was going to be winning Iowa back to October. And that was before the momentum. And hey, you can go on my Twitter thread and look at all my opinions. We will post
the Twitter thread account down in the details, so get them up there.
So, if you go back and look, the reason why I said that was Pete came off to me very smartly by being on policy liberal, but tonally moderate. And I felt like he was energetic enough and charismatic enough to, I know I said that.
Tough words.
Awful. Tough words here. But still doing better than the Iowa Democratic Party. So when Pete was going into this thing, I just thought he was the perfect combination of a lot of different ingredients. And I thought it was a clear sign that a lot of voters didn't want Bernie Sanders in Iowa. And, that's not a critique on Bernie Sanders. That's just reality of the ground. That's why he lost like half of the support from 4 years ago. And so, looking at that, Pete was a clear winner. The order of candidates, that is a little bit more of an issue too. And you want to say who came in fourth?
Good old Joe Biden, the Democratic Party's frontrunner since the beginning of all this, since he announced his run for presidency. He finished
Uncle Joe
finished fourth in Iowa, and it just is this a trend that we're going to start seeing states not vote for Joe? I would say probably not. I think he's got a good margin of at least second or first in South Carolina. He'll get that. Iowa isn't the most, let's say, diverse state out there, so
it's not his cup of tea.
It was easier for Pete Buttigieg and Sanders and even Warren to eke past him. But when you get to the more diverse southern states, more diverse California, New York, and all that, I think Joe's gonna still be close to first, if not the clear favorite there.
Yeah, I think out of, I believe it's 14 states on Super Tuesday, 10 of them are in the South or Southeast. So that's going to be a big boost to Biden if he can stay afloat. And I feel like that's the question everyone's having. He's like a big, let's say, battleship, and he's taking on water right now.
Yeah.
SS Biden.
He can't ride his I know Obama coattails for very long. If he's got to show something to the voters.
I still like the skit where it's Biden and he just has a picture
on SNL.
Where he has a cutout of Obama and he's just sitting there the entire time with a cutout of Obama, and I'm like, he could do that and
he'd probably win in some states.
He would win in some states.
That's America's politics right now.
Yeah. But I will say Joe definitely has some chances. Let's get to New Hampshire. Clearly,
real quick before we do that, the final results in Iowa, we had Pete Buttigieg winning, Bernie Sanders in second, Elizabeth Warren in third, Biden comes in at fourth, Klobuchar comes in at fifth, and then if you want to say sixth and seventh, which they don't matter because they get nothing.
No box of noodles.
Andrew Yang gets sixth. And Tom Steyer gets seventh.
That's
your top seven.
I sense a little salt there.
About what?
Andrew Yang.
The Yang Gang. Mass 2020.
Losing the 700 votes he did get.
Topic for another day. Let's move on. Let's move on to New Hampshire.
So, New Hampshire, who wins it?
I'm going to go with Bernie Sanders. Yes, I know Buttigieg has lots of momentum right now after his win in Iowa, but I think Sanders is just going to win. It's close to Vermont. He's got the same kind of ideology in those states up in the New England area.
He won it 4 years ago.
He did win it 4 years ago, thank you. And I just think Bernie Sanders is going to win it again.
I feel like Pete Buttigieg is no Hillary Clinton.
That's for sure.
And to me, if I have to pick one, sorry Bernie bros, like I think he's gonna lose New Hampshire, and typically I would say Bernie wins it, but Pete Buttigieg had such a great debate, and a debate in itself doesn't do much, but when you have momentum in a great debate,
after coming off a win,
and almost every 5 minutes people are looking at him, I think he's going to do good. And if you look at the polls aren't gospel or anything, but as someone who's taken statistics, if you know how to read polls, it can give you insight into trajectory of candidates. And Pete is winning in one poll out of the last 3, and if you told me that 2-3 weeks ago,
you would call me crazy.
I thought after winning Iowa, Pete wouldn't do that good in New Hampshire, and he's surprising me with how much pull he's having. So I think Pete wins it. I think Bernie gives him a good fight, and after that, I think Warren is what kills Bernie in New Hampshire, and she drops out after New Hampshire.
All right, so your prediction for New Hampshire will be Pete Buttigieg, and I'm going to go with Bernie Sanders. And we'll see in the coming weeks when New Hampshire is, this Saturday?
Yeah, we're 1 for 1 each so far.
We'll see what happens with that one.
Yeah, so that's our reaction to Iowa. That's our prediction for New Hampshire. We'll probably be completely wrong, and it will be Tom Steyer that
Tom Steyer for the win. He's the next president. The man himself.
No, he won't.
Tom 2020.
He won't be. His ads are annoying and obnoxious.
Hey, don't look out for Tulsi Gabbard. She's just gonna come in there like the Black
now
Death.
you're gonna get the one Tulsi Gabbard.
How dare you make fun of my Tulsi? She's the best.
Yeah, she'll probably use her magical witch powers to zap us. I'm joking. I don't think she's a witch. She is very weird. She's, I would say, the weirdest candidate I've seen run for political office since Vermin Supreme.
No. You're forgetting one this year.
What?
What's her name?
What?
Maureen Williamson.
She does not count.
The magical love powers to defeat Trump.
She doesn't count. She wasn't even a candidate.
I mean, she had my vote, that's for sure.
She was
kidding.
There. She was there.
She was in last place before she dropped out. Wait, I don't think she's officially... Did she officially drop out?
Yeah.
I know there's some people that haven't. I'm just sitting there.
I laughed because I saw a news story 3 weeks ago when it was she fires her campaign staff. I'm like, what?
She's still in it? What?
No, I was like, she had staff?
it was just her and, the all-being power.
Hey, Williamson, if you get in 4 years and you run again, I wouldn't mind a job, a free job, whoever was getting that free money from her.
No, but that about does it for our reaction and prediction video.
Look forward to our New Hampshire reaction video, and we'll do some Super Tuesday maps, so that's gonna be fun. If you put money on it now, who's the nominee?
As much as I hate to say this, and I think I'm gonna be completely wrong, and in just 2 weeks I could probably be completely wrong, but I still got Biden as the nominee. But I feel like I can be completely wrong with just some of the momentum coming.
Yeah. If I was a betting man, I would say Biden, but just by a hair. I actually think most likely outcome is a brokered convention. I don't think someone gets outright delegates anymore. I definitely don't think Bernie Sanders wins it outright. Even if he wins New Hampshire, he kind of lost that when he didn't win Iowa. Had he won Iowa and then New Hampshire, I would have saw a chance for him to rack up 4 states, maybe 5 if he's lucky, in Super Tuesday, and then roll the rest. But now it's going to be a very, very close race between whoever the last two are.
Well, we'll see. As
Yep,
the coming
we'll
weeks,
see.
we'll probably be dropping a lot more political videos if you like
Yeah.
it. I'm happy for that, but if you don't, sorry. We enjoy politics and we want to talk about it.
Yeah,
So,
we enjoy talking politics. As you can see, we can do it unlike news pundits that yell at each other.
yeah.
Or like our speaker or
Well,
president.
We're not gonna. That could be a video in of itself. Just the reaction to that. But we're gonna be getting new video equipment. Sorry about this video quality, new audio equipment. Same thing there, and just keep working to improve.
Yeah, we're working to improve. We're trying to add graphics, pictures, stuff like that. Try to put out the best content possible and the hottest takes as possible. And
Yeah.
we'll see you guys later. Like and subscribe.